Now, after finishing the theory of this chapter, we are going to take the MCQ of mechanical properties of fluid. So here it is, the first question or the first question MCQ before you. I'm going to read that one. A hydraulic lift. First MCQ. A hydraulic lift is designed to lift the heavy object of maximum mass 2000 kilogram. Mass 2000 kilogram. The area of cross section of the piston carrying the load is a 2.25 into 10 raised to power minus 2 meter square. Area also given. What is the maximum pressure the smaller piston would have to bear? So here it is. The option A 0.8711 into 10 raised to power 6 Newton per meter square. Second option 0.5862 into 10 raised to power 7 Newton per meter square. C option 0.4869 into 10 raised to power 5 Newton per meter square. And option D 0.3271 into 10 raised to power 4 Newton per meter square. So these are the objectives or objects 1, 2, 3, 4. Among that one is the correct answer. So let us see, solve that. Number 1, the mass it is given, that is mass is equal to 2000 kilogram. And what about the next area of cross section? It is given how much that is. That area of cross section is the 10 raised to power minus 2. 2.25 into 10 raised to power minus 2. 2.25 into 10 raised to power minus 2 meter square. See, all these are in SI units. Don't need to convert anything. Okay. What is the maximum pressure we need to calculate? So maximum pressure we need to calculate. We know pressure is equal to force per unit area. Basic formula. And after that one, we know that force is nothing but the mg, which is acting in a downward direction, and divided by area. Here we are need to take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. This is acceleration due to gravity. Actually it is 9.8, but standardly while solving the MCQ we can take 10. So P is equal to m, that is 2000. 2000 can be written as 2 into 10 raised to power 3 kilogram. Okay. Here 2 into 10 raised to power 3 kilogram into 10, that means 10 raised to power 4, nothing but 1. So divided by 2.25 into 10 raised to power minus 2. After solving this, we got 2 upon 2.25 into 10 raised to power. Here it is. In multiplication, powers get added. 10 raised to power 3 plus 10 raised to power 1, 10 raised to power 4. Minus 2, it is taken in a numerator. It becomes plus 2. So 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6. Here it is 6. So here it is answer 0.8888 into 10 raised to power 6. And which one is the close one? Here option A is very close. So A is the answer for this. This is the answer for the first MCQ. Here we are going to take the second MCQ. See the MCQ. Two capillary tubes of radii 0.3 centimeter and 0.6 centimeter and dipped in the same liquid. The ratio of the heights through which the liquid will rise in the tube is, first option 1:2, second option 2:1, C option 1:4, D option 4:1. Now one by one we are going to know about that. See how. Let us solve this one. What the factors which are given here that we are going to write? Here the radii of the first, radius of the first, it is R1 is equal to 0.3 centimeter, and the next R2 is equal to 0.6 centimeter. If the two radii of the capillary tubes they are given, then we know that general formula, that is T is equal to H R rho into G upon 2 cos of theta. But corresponding to that one, if T1 having the height H1 and radius R1 as the same liquid we are going to take, density is also same, acceleration due to gravity is also same, and 2 it is also equal. What about the theta? For the given liquid, theta is also equal. So what about the T2? So T2 is equal to H2 R2 rho into G upon 2 cos of theta. As the angle rho and G are same, their surface tensions are also same. So T1 is equal to T2. So H1 R1 rho into G upon 2 cos of theta is equal to H2 R2 rho into G upon 2 cos of theta. Similar terms get cancelled. Here, density G cos of theta 2 get cancelled. Only remaining factor is H1 R1 is equal to H2 R2. So we know that R1 and R2. So H1 upon H2 is equal to R2 upon R1. R2 upon R1. R2 is how much? That is 0.6 divided by 0.3. That comes out to be 2 divided by 1. That means H1 as to H2 is equal to 2 as to 1. Here we have the third MCQ. The energy, I am going to read that one. You are also going to read with me. Here, the energy stored in the soap bubble of diameter 6 centimeter and T is nothing but surface tension is equal to 0.04 Newton per meter is nearly A option 0.9 into 10 raised to power minus 3 joule, B option 0.4 into 10 raised to power minus 3 joule, C option 0.7 into 10 raised to power minus 3 joule, and D option 0.5 into 10 raised to power minus 3 joule. So here one by one what it is given that we are going to write. That radius it is given, radius is equal to, or diameter is equal to, here diameter is equal to 6 centimeter. So radius is equal to diameter upon 2. So it is 6 divided by 2, that comes out to be 3 centimeter. So I am going to convert that radius, that is radius is equal to 3 into 10 raised to power minus 2 meter, and surface tension it is given, that is 0.04 Newton per meter. That I can write T is equal to 4 into 10 raised to power minus 2 Newton per meter. As we know the general formula or basic formula for the work done, the relation between surface energy and surface tension, seems to be this work is converted into energy. So we can term this as a energy. This is the new formula. What is the energy stored in that? But how many areas the bubble has? For a bubble, energy is equal to T into twice the A for bubble. For bubble. Because why? Because it has two surfaces which are in contact with the air. It is spherical in nature. From the inside we have the air, from the outside we have the air. So there are two surfaces in contact with the air. We have the inner pressure as well as outer pressure. That's why two areas we are going to multiply. And we know that It seems to be considered as a bubble, so it has an area that is 4 pi r square. So substituting the energy concepts, that is energy is equal to T, that is 4 into 10 raised to power minus 2 into 2 into 4 pi r square. After substituting 4 into 10 raised to power minus 2 into 2 into 4 into 3.14 into square of this radius, that is 9 into 10 raised to power minus 4, and after substituting that value comes out to be 0.904 into 10 raised to power minus 3. It is in joule. So which option it is correct? A option it is correct. Here I am going to read out the fourth MCQ. Two hailstones, read out. Two hailstones with a radii in the ratio of 1:4 fall from a great height through the atmosphere. Then the ratio of their terminal velocity is A 1:2, B 1:12, C 1:16, and D 1:8. So we need to get that. Initially, the radii are in the ratio, means R1 as to R2 is equal to 1:4. What about that one? Terminal velocity. We already got the equation that velocity is equal to 2 by 9 r square into g rho minus sigma upon eta. We already got that equation. Now using the basic equation, if both are related to that one, both are same, then if the radii only same hailstone we are going to take, so terminal velocity in terms of the first, that is, we need to calculate the ratio of what? Here it is. Once again, the fourth one, the ratio of their terminal velocity is V1 as to V2 ratio we need to get. So for that one, 2 by 9, here it is R1 square into G into rho minus sigma upon eta. And what about V2? It is 2 by 9 R2 square G into rho minus sigma upon eta. If this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Let us divide these two equations, V1 upon V2. After dividing, all similar terms get cancelled except R1 square divided by R2 square. So 1:2. 1:4, the ratio it is given, means the answer is 1:16, means the terminal velocity V1 as to V2 is equal to 1:16. So which option it is correct? That is C option it is correct. Read out that one. In Bernoulli's theorem, which of the following is conserved? Number A, linear momentum, angular momentum, mass, and energy. Which are that factors which is conserved in Bernoulli's theorem? Actually, it is outlisted from the board syllabus, but still we need to explain that one. We know, according to the Bernoulli's principle, the pressure plus potential energy plus kinetic energy equal to constant. That indicates what? That indicates what? The pressure it is here. Okay. That means I am going to write that direct equation, P by rho plus GH plus half of V square is equal to constant. This is the equation. In this one, the potential energy, kinetic energy, it is constant, means energy is conserved in this one. Energy remains constant, and that's why according to Bernoulli's principle, which option it is correct? The option is energy, that is D. D option, that is energy. energy. Okay, thank you.